This is something that is we're so proud of because these new programs are specifically designed for working students. So we have gathered here today to commemorate these significant milestones for MMDC. We thank you for your presence because it demonstrated your support and commitment to nurturing the future of technology and innovation.
Almost momentarily. It really is. We are at a point of punctuated equilibrium, especially in light of the biggest trend happening today, which is artificial intelligence. It's imperative. I guess no stat is more believable, if you will, than Victor Bothing. It's happening fast, it's happening at scale. It's more than are the key to the future, plain and simple. And leaders all over the world are looking for that in their hires, in their students, in everyone. The rise of prompt engineering skills on LinkedIn is huge, from both the employer's point of view and applicants. At Microsoft, we share common purpose with MMDC. We exist to empower every person in every organization on the planet to achieve more. Our vision with AI is to provide everyone with an AI co-pilot. And we're proud to stand alongside MMDC in this new partnership. And we look forward to more positive outcomes together for your students, for other organizations in the country, and for all the Filipinos.
World of information technology. As an institution in the forefront of IT education, MMDC proudly offers a Bachelor of Science in Information Technology that are tailored to meet the demands of today's rapidly evolving industry. You just heard Microsoft's presentation earlier, and we want to make sure that we're pretty aligned with those kinds of visions. Our BSIT programs are designed to equip students with skills, knowledge, and the practical experience needed to thrive in diverse roles within IT sector. Whether you're passionate about leveraging technology to drive business success or building cutting-edge software solutions, MMDC's BSIT programs provide a solid foundation for the journey towards a rewarding and impactful career in IT.
Of course, we'll start with you, Nico. Okay. For everyone's information, Nico, tell us a bit about what you do for work and when you started studying at MMDC.
First, I'm Nico Lim. I'm 31. I'm currently employed with a design and consulting company. Although I worked with the BPO industry before, and I am now 9 years in the workforce management sector of the business processing services industry. And I started with MMDC kasi it's more of a complement to my current career path. So I work with data every day. Tapos yung course offerings ng MMDC, data analytics na pala. Sakto. Ang galing. Sabi ko, sige, try natin. I've started last March 2023 and I'm still here now. So, proven and tested na siya.
Yeah, so more than a year enrolled at MMDC, and then you've been working about 9 years in total. And then decided to be a working student right now. Okay, si Nico, kung hindi nyo na itatanong, very, very busy because you work. You're also a proud dad. And of course, parang work, family, school life, ang dami, di ba? Ang dami mong i-juggle. So, I know that one of the, and you heard it earlier in the VTR, one of the things that attracted Nico, ilalaglag na kita, ako lang ba? One of the things that attracted to Nico to MMDC, walang exam, walang quiz, walang exam. Yun talaga yung isa sa mga una. Pero I know that it's more than that. So, please share with everyone the story of, of all the options, pwede rin naman hindi mag-enroll for now, di ba? But why now and why MMDC?
My other classmates or peers that's currently a working student with MMDC as well is thinking, if you don't start now, you will just think of other reasons to not start at all. Tapos, yun, matitenga ka na forever. And for me kasi, I aim to live my life to my full potential. So, as a complement to my career path, it's like, parang ano siya, domino effect na yun eh. And then once I finish this degree with MDC, mas magiging proud sa akin yung grad ko, syempre. Adi ko, grad. Ganyan. Tapos, syempre mo promote ka din sa work. Tapos yun nga, well, exam. Ang galing. Sabi ko, hindi siya traditional in a point na yung mind-numbing studies and yung mga memorization, yung burnout ka na sa trabaho, mag-memorize ka pa. Grabe naman diba? So, yun yung pinaka, parang point ko na, ay, ito na to, parang ito na siya. So, why not take it and then let's just run with it. If it doesn't work, then we'll try again sometime.
7-Eleven, our GCash partners are here as well. Of course, our LG partners and provincial government partners also, in Negros especially. And so, Step Up sa Pangarap is meant to really support people or working students like Nico, who really needs a community that supports them, right? That will make them feel like I belong. Because in so many years, working students in the country have been underserved. We always focus on basic education, traditional college models that really somehow doesn't really serve the needs of our working students in the country. And like what, of course, Mr. Ricci will share a bit later, how much we need people in the workforce. And the way to produce that will contribute back to the economy and the country's growth is to produce more professionals. Right? While a lot of our organizations in the country already employ high school graduates, right, we still need more professionals with the right skills so that we can develop more businesses using technology, right, to propel us towards really the digital transformation that we've been talking about since, 10, 15 years ago in the boardroom.
So Step Up sa...
It's an emotional pull that we want people to feel like, oh, there's this group of organizations and community leaders are really doing things to help me be professional more, like, to be more prepared in the workplace. Like our IDPAC has a lot of upskilling programs. Microsoft, Concentrix, Globe has a lot of upskilling programs. We have a program with Globe to create more upskilling for anybody who wants to do that. So it's a program that anybody can join, not just MMDC students. It's open to everybody who wants to do more and to not be obsolete by AI and technologies.
Yeah, I want...
Like, for example, we can look at grammatical accuracy, thought organization, or maybe even the speech techniques that were applied. There are descriptors that will define whether they did it well, adequately, or poorly. And these grades or these descriptions then get translated into numerical values so that, one, the students won't have to worry kasi maintindihan pa rin siya should they transfer to a different school. They'll still get a 99, a 98, or an 87. But more importantly, for them, they get to read not just a number that's supposed to be a representation of their performance, but actual qualifiers. Diba? What made you adequate, what made you poor, what made you good in a particular skill. That's how we assess the learner's performance.